McDowell's supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417, let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop, opposite the Grosley Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosley.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
Another hurricane season is upon us. Make this year different. Equip yourself with a backup power generator from JH Launchers Electric. We can source and supply any size, any type to your specifications. But the best part is we stock generators. No more long waiting and delays for your home unit. We proudly stock from 2,000 watts all the way to 26,000 watts gas and diesel generators. Automatic and manual transfer switches are also in stock. Visit JH Launchers Electrics today.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Wednesday afternoon to you, everyone. Welcome once again to The Real Issues with me, Shelton Daniel, your host and producer, alongside my co-host and co-producer, Terry Fenelon, and our technical operator, Alton Jaquan Joseph. Jaquan, what's today's date again? I'm losing it again, you know. Yeah, 27th? All right, I'm losing it again, you know. It's going, it's leaving me, you know.
The two of us.
Yeah, okay. So it is the 27th day of the month of August 2025. Our program, as you know, airs weekdays from 12:30 until 2 p.m. on the radio station, Real FM, that serves you on the frequencies of 91.3 megahertz for the northern part of St. Lucia and 91.5 for the south. We are also simulcasting on MBC Television, channel 120, on the Flow Cable TV service. We are on Facebook and YouTube live streaming. It has to be one of the better days, a good day, a cooler day than we've been having lately. And I think that's because we've had some pretty stout and robust showers, over the last a day or two. And they definitely would have worked to cool down the place. I'm going to turn over to Terry because on multiple fronts, it's a day where he'll be very excited, very exuberant with the cricket last night, a nail biter, but, it's his kind of thing, and especially the good performance put in by the St. Lucians on the team, especially the younger ones, very young St. Lucians. And also there's some news that has broken across two jurisdictions or zones or constituencies, whatever, that also has him grinning from ear to ear. Terry.
Shelton, is a good, let me say hello to the Real Issues fans and all those listening, wherever you are, on YouTube, Facebook, where else we are? Radio.
Yes, radio, YouTube.
You might be in your vehicle by the beach, like I used to do before, listening to Shelton before I joined him. It's a good day to be Labour. But let's go to the cricket last night, and let me big up Akim Ogis, a young man. In one of our WhatsApp groups, after he scored the 200 against Dominica, I said that he should be on the West Indies team. And one of the partners in the group said, "You think he should?" I said, "Yes. If he's good enough. He's old enough. Why not? He can't do worse than the others." And I think they were a little skeptical, say, "Oh no, hold him back, etc." Don't forget, Sachin Tendulkar made his debut as a teenager, I think 17 years or so, for India. And we must not be afraid.
Pakistan had a very young man too called Basit Ali, who came out as a very good at 17,
Yeah, we must not be afraid to expose the youth. And when you look at Akim, he plays proper cricket shots,
Yes.
It's not that he's swinging his bat here, there, and everywhere. You could see that he's elegant. He plays his shots, proper cricket shots, the boundaries and things, and he shapes up very well. I mean, I can see a test cricketer in him, but he seems to be mastering the T20 game as well, the shorter format of the game. So, personally, man, if he's good enough, his age doesn't matter, man. You could blood him in, so to speak.
Yes.
On the cricket team, the West Indies cricket team, he can't do worse. We are already looking for people, and Johnson Charles is on his way out. Some of the fellas we have given opportunity have failed.
Yes.
So we have to take the chances on the youngsters. Make sure that these guys, and give the other youngsters a chance. I mean, these guys, Jeremiah, but Honorable Jeremiah is in his element.
Just make sure you don't confuse him with
not the marshmallow fella, not the marshmallow fella, not the marshmallow fella. And the guys are, the guys from his constituency. Doing Keon Gaston, Monrepo,
yes,
doing very well, etc. So,
as a matter of fact, once you heard of name Gaston,
that's the side.
Favorite. You tend to think Monrepo. It doesn't mean every single one of them, but you tend to think this is the constituency that the district where they most likely from.
The youngsters, do not be afraid to expose them to the higher forms. That's the only way they can get better. And Akim, chasing down 200. Now, to be honest, all the fellas were there. From the time I reached the ground, and I heard that Guyana had won the toss and elected to bat, I said, well, that's it. They have lost the match.
You said, who has lost it?
Guyana. Oh, yes, I said Guyana. Mistake. To me, that was a colossal mistake.
Chasing runs is usually an advantage.
And not only that, too, we had so much rain, that was on the cover, you don't know how the pitch would play. And so, I mean, they were lucky to get to 200.
Yes.
So I said they had lost it. Batting first, you give the pitch some time to get harder, etc. And the ball easier on the bat. And so Akim, he batted bravely. Now, bravely doesn't mean you're afraid of the ball. No, he backed himself.
Yes.
And he played his shots, and they were proper cricketing shots. So kudos to you, young man. You have a bright future, and that was good. Okay, so it was all good. And to make matters worse, Shelton. Well, no, not worse. To add to the delight, while I was having something to eat, my phone went off. I think I want to take the good news after the break.
Don't say your phone went off. Because you make it
blew
sound
up.
like your phone, like your phone, switched off on you or it shut down, whatever. Tell me that your phone lit up.
Lit up, man.
Yes.
It blew up, man.
Yeah.
And to tell you the truth, after that blew up and stuff, I can't tell you too much about what happened after. I was in my element. And I think what I did, watching time. We will come to that.
No, we still have some time.
No. I want to go to the Prime Minister. I like to start with my Prime Minister
Okay.
because when you say I go there after. So Shakwan, I think we have a few videos lined up. I think we have 2 or 3 videos lined up. One I sent by we transfer, the one I just sent to you there, and there was one earlier. And we like to hear from the Prime Minister first. Let's say him on the grant. I like to hear from the leader. You know, the tale of 2 prime ministers, man. There's one who wants to rule us and one who wants to lead and govern. And let's hear from the
One
prime
who's
minister.
serving us. Yes.
Servant leadership. So let's do that, Shekwan.
First of all, I want to announce that the government is creating a creative economy grant fund. You may recall when we launched the youth economy, we said the youth economy, one of its major objectives was to convert hobbies into entrepreneurship. So we are expanding on that, and we're going to have for all creatives what we call a creative economy grant fund that will be administered through the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Industries. The fund is a direct investment in our young people. It's open to young adults 16 years and over, as well as groups and micro-enterprises across all creative fields: music, film, dance, theater, craft, design, fashion, and literary arts. The grants are straightforward. You can get up to $5,000 for training, for marketing, or the launching of new products. Or you can get up to $10,000 for production, equipment, and promotion, up to $10,000. Applications will close on October 30th. They have to be submitted directly to the Ministry of Creative Industries. The email address, is stluciacreatives@gmail.com. stluciacreatives@gmail.com. So there's going to be an application form that you apply for, creatives apply for. And it's very simple. Supposing there is a group in Canaries that wants to buy uniforms for his dancers. They want uniforms, they can apply. Supposing there's a young artist who wants to cut to do a video, he can apply. Sometimes even in sports you can apply. So what it does, the government going to invest directly $250,000 more into young people, help the creatives. So people who have that kind of talent will be able to get a grant from the government, $10,000 or $5,000, and anybody who meets the criteria will be able to apply for it. Both people who are involved and the people who are aspiring to be involved. But all the details will come from the Ministry of Creative Industries.
There you have it, folks. And you heard it from the Prime Minister himself. Listen to the word. He is investing in our young people. He's not taking the money and giving it to people to make message to go and look for vaccines or stuff. He's investing in the youth.
Or giving it to people to go and do a 2-week course on project implementation
and come back at grade 19.
And then grade 19. Almost at the level of Governor General and so on.
Yes. We're not wasting our money. He's invested. And you heard him, you want to make a video because you have a good music and you want it to go out there so you can get good quality. You have to pay for that. These things come at a cost. And young people, some of them do not have money. And we do not want them to take the old road, to hold up people and pass it. No, that was for the other fellas in suits, the other government when they were telling investors to pass it. So here you have it, another avenue for our youth. That's why Mato tell you, you want to ring the bell, you want to put out the government. Come on, man. So another avenue for it. We have 2 more videos to play. Don't worry. We cool. We're coming for the big announcements in a while. Just play any other one from the Prime Minister of Japan. We have the WeTransfer. We have video 2 that I sent you. So you have them lined up. So today, the first part, the Prime Minister.
We are not ashamed. We make no bones about it that we are spending money on the young people of St. Lucia.
Prime Minister Honorable Philip J. Pierre and his cabinet of ministers continue to pursue opportunities domestically and abroad that align with his administration's guiding principle of putting people first and moving St. Lucia forward. The Republic of China on Taiwan has fully embraced this philosophy and continues to support government proposals that develop our human capital, build resilience, and support community development. On August 25th, 2025, resident Taiwan ambassador to St. Lucia, Her Excellency Nicole Su, presented a check in the sum of $2.718 million in grant funding to Prime Minister Pierre to initiate strategic development goals.
I'm deeply impressed by the curiosity, the energy, the innovation, and the creativity displayed by the young people here. And through these events, I learned to understand the importance of providing proper tools and opportunities for the people to develop themselves and to explore their potentials. This is why I'd like to thank you for inviting Taiwan to partner with you for your efforts to facilitate opportunities for the people through the 3 projects today.
Our citizens deserve access to safe and modern playing facilities. $1.3 million from the Taiwanese grant will go towards fixing up sporting facilities around the island.
We're not ashamed to spend $80 million on young people. We're not ashamed. And give me the opportunity, if the country could afford, we would spend another $80 million for the young people of St. Lucia. So I want to say to the government of Taiwan, we are very appreciative.
Part of the grant funding will be used to ensure aspiring and seasoned athletes have access to the sporting equipment they need to excel. Another $1 million will provide free, high-quality sports equipment to student athletes in primary, secondary, and tertiary schools. Local sports associations and clubs will also benefit from this funding.
Our record is clear for everyone to see. We are not ashamed of our record. Our record is not hidden. Every St. Lucian can touch, can feel. Young people, elderly people, everyone can touch the contribution that this government has made to making their lives more accessible. Any dollar that you give us is properly accounted for, and the availability of these records are there for you to see at any time you want. So we are very pleased that we are getting these funds to assist the people of St. Lucia.
More than $418,000 will help local religious organizations build capacity and provide improved social support services like mentorship programs, free health checks, food and clothing distribution, and crucial psychosocial support for at-risk youth and marginalized groups. The Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, led by Honorable Kenson Casimir, will manage most of the grant funds. The Ministry of Equity, led by Honorable Joachim Henry, will oversee the Taiwanese-supported efforts to strengthen ongoing government social programs.
Yeah. Oh my word. It's a great time to be a sportsman. And others, but you heard, Lord help me, you hearing? Equipment, sporting equipment, especially the primary, secondary, tertiary level. That's what it means when it says $1 million to sporting facilities. Yes, there are other little groups, other little things that must be done. But we want to equip our athletes with the latest and the best. Oh my God. Sheldon, I did not see a man taking a check to build 10 schools for his wife. Or accepting a check on behalf of a school that his wife is running. We're not mama guy in the Taiwanese.
And then Brazen coming to say that if I could
build 10 schools for my wife, I'll build 10 schools for my wife. No, we're not taking grant funding from any foreign government.
Money from the Taiwanese.
Conflict of interest.
Like the product was already done.
We're not on that. We're not on any mama guy.
Yeah.
We straight up. and the Prime Minister is telling you exactly what amount will go to where, and what the churches. Oh, gosh, I should be a pastor, man. Let me open a church. Get some of that $400 and something thousand. The Prime Minister is telling you exactly where the money is going. He's not hiding, and nobody there is giving anything to any family member or any friend or foreigner. It's going to the people of St. Lucia. That is what it is. You see, he's putting you first. You hearing that? Are you all hearing? Now let's play another one, Shelton. Very important one that has the flaboos, all the panties and underwear knots. Let's play the other one. I'm Shukwan.
That loan from the Kuwaitis, I say without any fear of contradiction, was already approved, but it was stopped by the former government.
In 2008 and 2015, St. Lucia secured loans from the Kuwait Fund for Arab Economic Development to finance major road projects. The first loan, valued at US $8.75 million, was used to reconstruct and restore approximately 30 kilometers of feeder and agricultural roads. A second loan, secured in 2015 by the St. Lucia Labour Party SLP administration, was earmarked for the Shock Bay to Grosley Road and secondary routes. Plans included widening existing roads and upgrading junctions to improve traffic flow and safety. In 2016, however, when the United Workers' Party, UWP, took office, the project was aborted. The Alan Chasney administration complained that the land expropriation was too expensive and shifted the focus to bypass roads.
The former government stopped that loan for the expansion of the Grosley Highway. They were in office, it was their prerogative. They preferred to do a piecemeal extension between Rodney Bay and the Grosley Junction. Rodney Bay and the Grosley Junction, or yes, most importantly, right, to Kilago. That was their decision.
In 2020, the Chasney government began constructing a stretch of road in the Redri-Rodney Bay area as part of its shovel-ready pandemic capital works. When the SLP returned to office in 2021, it halted the Rodney Bay 4-lane highway expansion and re-engaged with the Kuwaitis. According to Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre, a new loan agreement has been secured to continue the long-delayed 4-lane expansion of what is now called the Sir Julian R. Hunt Highway, with work scheduled to begin in 2026.
What we thought is that it was better if we had looked at that expansion. And we looked at it, and the Minister of Infrastructure has said several times what we found in the study of that short piece of road between Rodney Bay and Kilago. So what we decided, we went to the Kuwaitis and we are going to begin the highway in earnest.
The plan is to upgrade the entire road, but in phases. Ahead of the project, the government has returned its attention to the Shock Bridge, which Pierre says will undergo work similar to the Bois-d'Ouage Bridge upgrades of the post-Hurricane Thomas era.
The Shock Bridge, like the Bois-d'Ouage Bridge, was designed by the Army Corps of Engineers. That's what it was designed by. But the opposition claimed that there was corruption, and they claimed that the bridge was overpriced. When the audit was done, it was found that there was a cost savings of over $300,000 on that bridge. The Shock Bridge, which again was the Shock Bridge, which was designed by the Army Corps of Engineers and funded, the opposition stopped it. And if you notice, you'll see the flooding that takes place at the Shock Bridge. I'm pleased to tell you that funding has been secured, and whilst we wait for the highway, the Minister of Infrastructure will tell you that we are replacing the Shock Bridge.
The government insists that with financing back on the table and preparatory work set to begin at the Shock Bridge, the long-delayed expansion will finally move from promise to pavement by 2026. Based on the Dr. Kenny Anthony administration's 2015-2016 budget, the second phase of the Castries-Grosley Highway upgrade was to be co-financed through loans from the Kuwait Fund for Arab Economic Development, KFAED, and the OPEC Fund for International Development, OFID. This project, which was set to begin in 2016, aimed to widen the existing two-lane road to a four-lane dual carriageway from the Shock Bridge to Grosley. The initiative also included the upgrading of 7 junctions, the construction of pedestrian walkways and footpaths with safety bars, and the building of 9 pedestrian footbridges to enhance safety. Furthermore, the plan involved upgrading drainage infrastructure and other ancillary structures. Dr. Anthony was voted out of office in 2016.
You listen to a man who is measured,
Yes.
who knows what he's doing. He did not rush into things.
Exactly.
We already had a loan. You could put up the picture of Dr. Anthony with the legacy projects. Shelton, he knew what we had. All right? These fellas came and they quasi. I'm using the word. You're just quasi took bagay.
Because no bugla do say Alan Kwasi.
Alan Kwasi Shasti. Do not forget when Dr. Anthony, when you all voted us out of office because you all felt Zod were by Jean, Zod boy Boube. Zod Tie Moto Metepai. And this fella just went about mashing up everything. You know, Dr. Anthony had already looked number 3, the fallen highway with the Kuwaitis. That was already signed, sealed, and about to be delivered. All these fellas had to do was to implement, but they couldn't get the contractor because the Kuwaitis insisted on open bidding.
Yes.
You understand? And anybody could have bidded, internationally and locally, regionally. So Sebuksa Pate Kotosa. So they couldn't play their hands there. And Sheldon, I'm telling you, all the back roads would have been done, you know. Yesterday I went to cricket. I left home about minutes to 5. Well, I picked up my partner. And in Grand I said, our brother, we're not going on that highway because people live in work. You know what we did? We went through Monnier, down through Monciton, and we took the road, Deramo Road into Rivière Miton. And let me tell you, people, you all say that's a highway. The work is still going on. And Shelton, when you see that road, I mean, it might be longer, but in terms of time, there's no traffic, nothing in front of me. And I am, well, not speeding, I don't speed, but I'm driving at a nice pace. I reach the stadium in no time, no interruption. So you could take, it's not, we say back road because it's not our normal route. But when I'm going to cricket tomorrow, that's the same thing I'm doing. Passing through Deramo, you know, down Monciton, and into Rivière Miton. That road is, according to the fellas, well paved. My government is working. So when the flabbos come and tell you, we stopped the fallen highway, as though life began in 2021. No, friend. Dr. Anthony had already signed that deal with the Kuwaitis, and you kicked us out of office in 2016. Your choice. But life began before 2016. That was signed, sealed, and delivered. And of course, the Prime Minister being very prudent, because we heard the Commonwealth desk, that's what they said, a man bringing down the debt, etc. Prudent management, steady as you go, you know, measured. He re-engaged the Taiwanese. It took some time. Some people say, oh, only now before election. But this negotiation take time because I understand the Kuwaitis were upset that they already had a loan and are ready to go. And these bandits came in there and destroyed it. And so they trust Philippe Pierre. They see in Philippe J. Pierre and the present government serious men and women. And they re-engaged us, or we re-engaged them, and they have agreed again to fund the fallen highway. So people, be a little patient. Be a little patient. Everything is because your government is working and working for you, working in your best interest. So this afternoon, I'm very happy to be Labour this afternoon. And after the break, Shelton,
yes,
we're going to discuss more of why it is such a great deal to be a Labour Party supporter.
Okay.
So I think we're drawn for the break now.
Especially since Comrade Frank Charles is already posting.
Oh.
I see 17 not or 16-1 now that Babuno and Chosel are selected.
Oh, man.
Labour voting.
Yes, man.
Real Issues powered by Blue Waters. When we come back, I'm going to read a nice message that I got yesterday from a comrade. We simply didn't have much time. But I'll try to make sure that I show my appreciation for his listening and for his contribution. And then Terry will take us back through a couple of developments that, like I said, have him absolutely even more fired up. Real Issues don't go away.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosley Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosley.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
listening to The Real Issues with me, Shelton Daniel, and Terry Fenelon on this Wednesday. It is the 27th of August, 2025. Before I hand over back to Terry, so he can take us through what has him, as we see, there's a nice message that I got. It's a little lengthy from a comrade yesterday, and I just thought I should do justice and show gratitude for it. He says, have a solid Real Issues session today, comrade. I will always lament that such an important political and national development staple as the Real Issues can only enjoy 90 minutes each day. This vital program is extremely important in the national environment where the major opposition party, the United Workers' Party, has deteriorated to the stinking garbage bin it has become under this useless, clueless, and feckless son of a multimillionaire, who I remain convinced has never passed an exam in any school anywhere, whether at Donata, St. Mary's College, Castries Comprehensive School, Duke University in Canada, or American University in Washington, D.C. But the day will come, I believe, when all the evidence in this regard will be revealed to our students in St. Lucia. It is my deep conviction, Shelton, based on Alan Chastney's behavior, and especially his very pathetically uninformed and deliberately mendacious pronouncement on any matter of great importance to the national development of our country, that Alan Chastney is the biggest fraud that has ever been inflicted on the body politic and the national development ethos of our country. You see what damage can be done to entire nations when the entitled children of millionaires are allowed to just buy their way to the red meat of power. This is St. Lucia's dilemma today, but God gave us Philip J. Pierre to protect St. Lucia from that destructive and vile circumstance in the life of our nation, home of the Caribbean laureates and of Julian Alfred, 3 children of humble families who fortunately never lived entitled lives. It is this entitled mentality that can never allow Alan Chastney to humble himself, to embrace anything truly St. Lucian, from the national independence baton relay to making a decent effort not to say dera so. It will therefore be poetic justice when Dr. Shanda Harak Singh, Oma Mai Deriso, will kick the spoilt Martinican, that product of Canada, that entitled brat, out of the People's Parliament in due course. Have a fine day, Shelton.
Oh, man. Shelton, this should be required really for everybody. We need to circulate that.
This is powerful.
This is powerful. This must be required reading for every student of politics,
yes,
especially in our dispensation. Now, Shelton, I was at cricket yesterday. When cricket is a line,
When your phone started to light up like a Christmas tree.
And you then the comrades, the pigs and the dogs.
Yes.
And the dogs that protect them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And we're enjoying having a drink or two and, watching the screen every now and then. Because I prefer following anything on the screen live. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's me.
Once you're there.
Yes, yeah.
Sitting
the
with comrades.
Atmosphere, yeah.
It's a good vibe.
Yeah.
But comrades want to talk to you.
Yes.
And sometimes you can't really focus on, even at a political meeting sometimes.
Yeah, that's right.
A political meeting for a lot of people is the commingling, is the socializing,
Yeah. So while we were having something to eat, Shelton, my phone lit up, man. Mm-hmm. I got the first message and I was like, It begins. Mm-hmm. And I confirmed and Shelton, I could tell you the honest truth. I'm not a flubber, so I cannot lie. Mm-hmm. I don't remember too much after that,
No, okay.
If you get what I mean. Mm-hmm. But let's do that first. I don't have too much on him, so I just show his picture and his flyer. That's Kifson Charles of Choiseul, Soisey. Kifson, I don't know you, just as I did not know Danny before. I just heard this man deliver, and I was so impressed. I was blown away. I heard of him the same way Kifo. I have heard of you. You see, I'm using Kifo because I feel I already know you, and I understand that. Bradley, pardon me. So I want to say great stuff. You from all indications, you are a man of substance, and I really want to. You can put it on the screen when you get it. And let me tell people. I know all of us. Some of us have our favorite candidate. Shelton, this is normal. You will have somebody that you like, but everybody cannot win. And so it's official. The St. Lucia Labour Party has made the wise choice. That's from somebody. Kifo Charles is now the official candidate for Choiseul, Sontebus.
Can I get a picture?
For months, the people have been rallying behind Kifo. He walked the community. He's walked the communities, listened to the concerns, and built real grassroots momentum. Today, the SLP has aligned with the will of the people. Whether the elections are called this year or next year, one thing is clear: Kifo's time has come.
and if what I'm hearing is true, that he is the nephew of the late Dr. Augustine Bolo
Bolo,
who was once deputy permanent secretary in the Ministry of Infrastructure. A very principled man, a very educated man, but a very solidly labor man who I believe contributed a lot to the thinking of labor, that if they needed some kind of position paper or policy paper, he was the man who would do it. We lost him some years ago, but I'm told Kifson is his nephew, and the fervency of their beliefs and their principles and commitment obviously are manifesting in him.
I'm hoping that at some point, Shelton, I'll get to meet the guy. The same way I'm hoping to meet Danny Butcher.
Yes.
I've not met Shanda
Lee Harrison.
Yes. We will meet. All right. And
but is there one? I heard that the matter of the candidacy, the outstanding candidacies for the next general elections with the Labour Party are now completely settled.
Yes, man. We have. So I'm coming to that. But let this is a note, and this is how Labour Party people ought to behave. There are some. Well, not some. Maybe one misbehaving and showing the declassiness and the stupidity and the immaturity and the idiocy. Mr. Movin Umi, though the outcome may not have aligned with what many of us had hoped for, I want you to know that your dedication, humility, and love for the people of Choiseul Sontebus have never gone unnoticed. My family and I hold you in the highest regard. You will always be loved and cherished by us for your integrity, your passion, and the way you have consistently carried yourself with dignity and grace. We have no doubt that given the opportunity, you would have served our constituency with honor and excellence. As you look far ahead to new paths and possibility, we wish you nothing but success and fulfillment. Your journey of service does not end here. Your impact will continue to inspire. With deepest respect, love, and gratitude. Now, I'm not sure I should call the name, but this is how Labour Party supporters ought to behave. Yes, I have my favorite. And let me tell you, in Babono, it didn't matter which of the three, I would have to, close ranks and support. But you have some miscreants doing all kinds of magic with themselves, immaturity. Now, Titus, we come in. Woo! John Paul Estefan got the nod. And Horace Popo could have gotten a nod too, and I have told you, I don't know if I made it clear. Horace Popo is a very decent guy. As a principal, I hired him twice. You understand? And if I was still principal and he needed work, etc., I would hire him again because they're good mathematics.
It was between those two hires that permitted him to become my co-worker. I worked at Radio Center.
Right, yeah.
And he was a teacher.
That's right.
He took some sabbatical.
Yes, right.
And he came to become the head technician at Radio Center. He's a guy strong in IT and transmitters and those things. And that's why I got to know Horace. I actually worked at RSL with him.
A very nice guy.
And then the next time I saw him, I was down Ancillary on an Ancillary Friday with my wife and son. And then somebody called me and I turned and it was Horace. And he's been that kind of nice guy,
Very nice guy.
And amazingly, there's another Popo who I can't remember if it's his brother or his cousin called Christopher Popo.
Okay.
Who I worked with at Julian Hunt when I worked for Julian Hunt, who also worked there. So I have a little bit of interaction, with that Popo family of Bama.
So, we would have closed ranks, same way. But Horace, your time will come. You have 5 years to assimilate and get on with things. But the choice has been made. And from the time the choice has been made, we have to close ranks. Everybody must come together and work to retain the seat. And that's a seat we can retain. As a matter of fact, tonight, a delegation of us will be heading up to Debara. And we will start from there. We have to plan. So, Titus, upate ni bompi upoduva.
They're always in the Catholic Church. And now they have a John Paul. They have a man of Pope. Of Pope proportions, coming.
That's right. So, becoming. So, put up John Paul there for me, please. And I have put on this morning when I woke up, I put on a...
To me, the one I saw you click on, that looked like Gibson. But anyway, maybe you know what it
is. I sent you with the...
Yeah. Okay, all right. Yes, definitely.
Yes.
This
That's
is
in there?
This is definitely John Estefan.
Yeah, right.
Yes. I suspect he modeled himself on me in terms of the design of his frame and this.
Well, that was the best photo I could have gotten at the time because honestly, you know,
good.
coming from cricket,
Looks good. As we go along, we'll see him more in red.
And let me just belt out. This is him. Yeah, just put it on the screen. Let's freeze it there for a little while. Freeze it down, Jacqueline. Yes. A little about him, a little history. He did his school in the Babano, in the Barra, to be exact. Teacher, lifelong teacher. Taught at a few schools. I think including Viewfort Campus B, I think. He is a past principal of the Debarra Primary. Presently, he is going to resign. Mathematics lecturer at SALCC. Now, you talk about mathematics lecturer. When we sit, we have to put a mathematics plan, you know, because it's the mathematics grids. Okay, we'll discuss that. He's a former vice president of the St. Lucia Teachers Union. He's a member of the St. Lucia negotiation team, unless perhaps he has given up that role. But he has been on the negotiating team for a little while because, you know, we need the mathematicians and the statisticians. Mr. Ubandolo also served there and helped us a lot there. Sports organizer, cricket and football, served on the Babano Youth Council. He's a CXC examiner. You could go up because I'm on number 8. Let me pull up mine. Somebody's calling me when I'm on the air. That's a no-no. Please don't do that. You should know better. All right. Okay, we are number 8 there. Number 8, let me read from my phone. Trade unionist. He was the first vice president of I said that already, I think. He's treasurer and vice president of the Babano Sports Council. First vice president of the St. Lucia National Cricket Association. He's presently a director on the Windward Islands Cricket Board. Zokatansa. An alternate director on the Board of Cricket West Indies. He is the head of the local organizing committee for international matches in St. Lucia and is currently the vice president of the St. Lucia National Cricket Association. So, sir, he is not any lazy guy. Some people are trying to say that. He's an easygoing guy, affable guy. He likes to laugh. You don't know me, man. Just like me. Aime Sime Kuyon. Like, you know, affable, likes to give jokes. But he's a hard worker. Look at his credentials. This is not a joker. A principal, former principal, present lecturer of mathematics at Arthur Lewis Public College. And he's well known in the community for his involvement in sports. He also represented Babano in cricket and he's been doing his piece organizing and stuff. So he's well known. This is the candidate for Babano and everybody in Babano, every level, including the UWPs, because the UWPs, you benefited just as much as the SLPs. When the Prime Minister is doing stuff, he's doing it for everybody. Tutmun, including Titus. Titus, once he gets his NIC pension too, he got his increase. Everybody benefits. So when you see, we're hitting the ground from tonight, we're coming. And we're not going to the Catholic Church to steal lusty and them kind of thing, you know, to pretend we're holy. When we go to church, we go to church. There'll be no photo op. If you're going to intercede for our nation, that's for show. You know, we ain't taking lusty and going to do OBI faith. We ain't stealing the body of Christ. We're not doing that. And whichever church we decide to go to, whether it's the Catholic Church or the Pentecostal Church or the Seventh-day Adventist Church, we're not going on papi show. We're not going on photo op to pretend. You ain't seen Sarah, man, the deputy pope. She went in church in the rosary and then have video. Get a bags! Fuck me for shame! The deputy pope. You know, that is hypocrisy. Hypocrites using the church to mask the evil. We're not on that. You understand? We're not taking God for papi show. We're not on any mockery. So, there you have it. The slate is complete. And we will be hitting the road and we're asking you not to vote against yourself, but to vote for progress. And Mr. Estefan will have good people around him I don't know if I'm a good person, but I'll be around him too to ensure that we deliver to the people. Well, sorry, that we continue to deliver for the people of Babono. So here you have it. Clears and stuff. We're coming down. And tonight we're starting in Debara and we're hitting the road running. So Shelton,
yes,
the slate is complete.
Right, and somebody just reminded me, because I spoke of the late Bolo, that incidentally he was the campaign manager for Lon Theophilus twice. Yeah, that he twice served as the campaign manager. So, you know, the labor bona fides and credentials absolutely runs in that country. There's another thing that I want to very quickly mention, Terry. We have to understand people are just that, humans. When we really want something and we really work towards it and we really pushed, whether it was to continue being the candidate and to maybe be the MP again or whatever it was, and the collective, the party takes a decision that they'll take somebody, it's understandable people will be hurt. And not just the person themselves, but the people who surround them, who have befriended them, who have come to hold them in high regard and whatever it is, there'll be disappointment. And the disappointment initially will manifest itself in expressions and statements. Me, not me, I finished with that. Philip J. Pierre and Ernest, they understand that. You know, the people who serve on those committees and so on, that review and so on. And they understand that given time, it will abate. It will subside, especially if you handle it very well. You put an arm around people's shoulders, you explain things to them, they see the benefit and they see the value. So let's not overreact to those things. Let's not overreact to people who overreact. Let us understand that the healing process, you know, and the soothing process, and the handkerchiefing of the eyes and so on, that it'll take a little time, but it will happen eventually, you know. So
let me clarify something.
Let's not be impatient with people.
Let me tell you something, because I see that coming up and say, but he was a flubber last. John Paul Estefan has been a Labour supporter all his life. All his life, including, you see, when Sir John came back, etc., he told his brother, who is Edmund Estefan, I cannot support you on that. You cannot be a geriatric back, etc. He stood up against his brother. But in the last election, and I could tell you that because I have knowledge, maybe he doesn't want me to say that, but I have to say that to put your minds at ease. There's a family meeting, and his brother, Edmund, said, listen, my buddy, I need your support. Now, familial relations. You say, well, you know, and it was put to the family, and he decided, because he spoke to me, and I could tell you I was in Piat when he spoke to me. And he says, fellow, I have agreed to support my brother. I cannot hold that against him. We're behaving as though somebody cannot be flabbo today and SLP tomorrow, or SLP today and flabbo tomorrow. And we believe that once you support flabbo, you must not come back to SLP. We cannot win an election if only Labour votes, you know.
And maybe the brother will have his own story.
Maybe correct.
Let's not jump the gun.
So you cannot hold.
Maybe the brother will have his own story.
So I'm asking my Labour Party people to stop it. Stop it. He supported his brother. He never mounted any platform to support Gwenson. I'm trying to remember the name. I don't know to speak. This is Shasney.
Yes, quasi.
But he decided that his brother, and his brother came to him, begged him, and says, "Man, I need your support. I need your help." So he did that. And that you want to hold against somebody? I mean, seriously? I mean, if my brother, I'm SLP.
I'm also told that he did a lot of work for the Labour Party.
Yeah, but he has always been doing work for that, because he has been a lifelong Labour supporter until the last election when he decided.
And you mentioned Titus. It's known that Titus has a very prominent, we might say, brother who's
now on our side.
You know, Dr.
Claudius Brennan is now on our side.
He's not with Titus
anymore.
So we have to
what's the problem? Come on, people.
There's a very fluid nature.
We behave as though we are saints and the Labour Party is so.
There's a very fluid nature.
No, stop this,
about
please.
Political dynamics.
Please stop that. Stop that. We need UWPs on our side, especially the moderate ones. We have to appeal to them to come over, because we will not be able to win handsomely if we do not bring them on board. And we have to bring them on board, because they are moderates, they are benefiting, and we are getting to them. You know, I listened to other programs and I could see that the message is getting through. But when we throw these kind of red herrings around and throw these kind of things around, we put in doubt in people's mind. Yes, he supported his brother, so what? I'll not hold that against him. He did that, and I may have done the same thing too. If my brother in Fifth says he was going up, and I'll say, boy, Andy, boy, you know already, and he pleads with me and says, Monterey, you know what I mean? We are family, you know, so. I might relent and say, okay, I'll support you. But my heart is, the man has just come back home. And then we want to figure out, he supported his brother-in-law's election, and it cannot be. Stop it. He has been a Labour supporter all his life. Except this last time when he decided his brother, after a family meeting, he decided to support his brother. So stop that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
People, we need everybody on board.
Point is made, Terry.
Okay, point is made. Let's take the break.
Let me just,
sorry.
No, we're not at the break yet, but let me say good afternoon to Senator Dr. Alison Jean.
Right.
She sent a message saying that the program is stuck on TV.
Sure.
She sent it at 1:22. It's 1:25, so just 3 minutes ago. We need to check on that. I don't know whether it's her particular TV, but she's pointed that out to us. We know sometimes we have those little issues and so on.
Yes.
Let's be wary of propaganda. There'll be a lot of UWP propaganda. For example, somebody just sent a message to me. I'm going to call out the name because she's responded. Shelton, I'm hearing that Tresha Lionel has thrown her support behind Lady Lee. Hope it's just another flabo fake news. So I replied to the person, that may be just flabo propagandas. And I copied the person's message and my response to Tresha immediately. Her response was, LOL, laugh out loud. That's ridiculous, you know? So she's also saying, so we're going to hear a lot of this attempted mischief making. Let's not fall for it. Let's not make ourselves perturbed. You're going to hear about John Estefan, that don't worry with him, he's supporting this, that, and whatever. But maybe John Estefan's brother, the former minister Edmund Estefan, may have his own story to tell in time. I don't know, maybe. Well, I know definitely Dr. Claudius Prevost has told me, look, Titus and I are brothers, but you see, that expedition is embarked upon. I'm not with him on that one at all.
He's on a frolic of his own.
Yeah, this Chasney thing, not for me. He said that to me plain. So blood relations between people and so on is something we can't prevent, you know? Nobody chooses their relatives. You don't get to choose your relatives. I had no say in who my mother or who my father will be. And hence I have no say in who my brother and my cousin, which is a consequence of who my mother and father were. You understand? So likewise, nobody has any say in who's their family. And sometimes Shasne may be trying to play that game deliberately, target people's relatives to see he can make that a cause. You know, you think Elisha Norbert is an accident? Shasne cannot get over losing Miku North of all constituencies. He realized this is a really big blight and stain and shame on him that Miku North was lost under his leadership, you know, as leader of the United Workers' Party. So selecting Elisha Norbert to try to confuse the Norberts and to split the Norbert family and to do all this kind of thing. This is the little game Shasney plays. And when Terry was talking about the things that Alan Shasney mashed up, look at the things Shasney could not find money for. Philip JPI is making it look so easy, but it's because he is organized. When you have things already, you already have them. And before you think of how we can modify and repurpose something, the first thing you're thinking about is to put a big shovel back or whatever in it to mash it up. You have hospital buildings that were already built at great expense. Finding money to complete the hospital was such a difficulty, but you go in and mash up two buildings that were already erected, newly built, and all you could hear Guy Joseph, I think we better just condemn that East Wing and just build a new East Wing. Suddenly he became top engineer and architect and designer and all kinds of things like that. You know, that is not the man's area background of anything. You go in and mash up what we are, of course we're going to struggle for money. You know, this is the kind of thing that we face here in St. Lucia. We cannot go back to that. We cannot go back to this kind of thing ever. That hospital is on the way to being completed. It's burning them. CIP is burning them because they know Philip JP has found a beneficial, purposeful, progressive, developmental way to use the CIP funds as he did for the OKEU. To pay a lot of the outstanding bills and to meet a lot of the outstanding supply things, and also to talk about the construction of what we call the fifth finger of the OKEU. A lot of things that Chasney was just stuck with because he does not know what he's doing. He talks a good game. You don't understand that from cricket. Right. People who sit on the sidelines and they know everything about the turn of the ball and the away movement. But tell him to go and bowl one. That's even looking at. They talk a good game. Chasney talks a good game, but he can't play anything. We have a man who executing almost to perfection. He tried to mess up CIP. Come and say how he will finish in June. You know, that's a real laugh. You know, Chasney is promising that he will finish in June when you had no part. You go and build something costing 120 million that never factored into it. How many millions of dollars spent on what was called architectural works? We never had architecture was about design and drawings and plans and those things. I never know there's such a thing as architectural works and so on. Wasting money. If the fellas come in and they find a project that is already set up and going, like Terry was talking about, the Castries Grocery Highway and so on, and it is not set up in a manner where they can bleed and siphon money away through their contractor, through whatever it is, so that they can develop a kickback, they're stopping it. They're stopping it and they're mashing up what is there already, like they mash up the St. Jude buildings. We must never allow ourselves to go back to these kinds of people being in charge of our affairs in this country. This is The Real Issues, powered by Blue Waters. We take our final break. When we come back, my co-host will decide whether he wants to go down anything or whether we'll be opening the phone lines. So you stay with us.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosley Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosley.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Thanks for staying with The Real Issues, powered by Blue Waters on this Wednesday, August 27, 2025. And a few other people have confirmed that it's not just Senator Shan's TV that has a problem. It's across all TVs. Gaspar Henry says, yes, it's frozen. Robert Lee says it's also frozen. Mike Willie, the sleeping serpent, says it's also frozen. So we have a problem of TV freeze. So I don't know what we can do about that. If there is, was that?
Maybe they can restart.
One says it's resolved now. My friend Muriel Finister, also known as Lima or Lena, says that her TV was doing the same thing. And Cornelia Jacobs says there is a problem because she's had to be watching it on YouTube, as did Alison Jean. So I know these issues are being really diffused over many of our viewers. We're sorry about that, and we hope that, as Jaquan said, that the problem's okay right now. The telephone numbers on which you can reach us, you can WhatsApp call us on 487-9849. I don't need to tell you our area code 758. You need that for the WhatsApp. 758-487-9849, and you can direct call us on 4533-911. Caller, hold on for me just a moment. I don't think enough of you are using the WhatsApp messaging link. You can send a text message. Some of you don't want your voice heard. You've told me that even if it's a greeting you want to send. Like a lady met me on High Street yesterday. She wanted to tell me, make sure to send greetings to her aunt. But she doesn't want to call because I told her, look, the messaging links and so on. She wanted to know my number but doesn't have something to write. I offered her a pen. She doesn't have paper, whatever. We have links that you can just click and it will come direct to the screen that we have in the studio on air. In real time, it will flash. And the links are on realfmofficial.com and mbcslu.com, okay? You just click on the WhatsApp messaging link, type your message, hit the send button and so on, and it will come to us at the same time on air, and we'll be able to read it off the messaging board. You're on the air now, caller. Go ahead.
Hey, Shelton.
Hey.
Hello?
Yeah. I'm hearing you faintly. Just hold on a second. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Terry.
Yes, my brother.
Good afternoon and to the listeners. You know, when I first saw the press release from the government about the Grozile, a section of the Grozile Highway, I got goosebumps, you know. I got chills, man. You know why? I was privy to a conversation I had with Dr. Anthony about the Castries-Grozile Highway. And he told me that they were, at the time, when he told me that, he said to me, Frank, we're down to two contractors. And a variance between the contracts of $3 million. That was the negotiation there. That was what was going on. So when Shasta came, it was either he had to pick one or the other. I just cannot believe the life of me that these guys stopped that project. But I could remember clearly. But it was not by design, you know. You remember Guy Joseph utterings about Dewey? Guy Joseph was at the back of the consultants, you know. So this project, now today, when I go and I drive on the VSC Road, it hurts me. Because I'm seeing the money that is being spent there now, Terry and Shelton. That could have been spent somewhere else. Because all that was supposed to have been done. And that is where, when governments come and stop projects, it hurts and it bleeds the country. So now, a project at a material cost at the time was cheaper. You have to go back and do the same thing at a more expensive cost. That cannot be right. And I'm just hoping that after the next general election with a huge margin, that the government could put things in place where these kind of major projects, where government have procured money to do this project, that nobody should overturn that. because it is hurting us, and we're not going forward, we're going back. We're going backwards. Because right now, as we speak, there was not supposed to be that interruption in traffic anymore. Because the Grosley Highway would have been done by now and completed. So we'd be concentrating where? Who knows? And somewhere road from Debawa to Denwick. But again, politicians, some of them, if it doesn't have that ring for me, they'll not engage in it and they'll stop it. We have to do better than that, St. Lucia.
Okay.
I choose not to comment on, I wait for the official announcement from the party, and then I'll raise my worry.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Thank you very much. All right. 487-9849-4533911. WhatsApp calling and direct line calling, respectively. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Hi. Good afternoon.
All right. Hope you all guys are doing good.
We are. How about
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Here are my problems. Alan Shastney demolished a bridge in Soufrière. It is absolutely clear Alan did not have the permission of the chief engineer. My question is, why we did not prosecute him? Why? We go on to Vieux-Fort North. To move off, you have to have permission from the Ministry of Infrastructure and DCA. Why do we allow these things to happen? We have to follow the laws. Alan Shastney moved a constitutional office without the permission of the General Service Administration of the government of St. Lucia, and we are paying part rent. How do we allow these things to happen? I mean, we have to be real. Alan gets all these free passes, while a young man walks into Massey, steals a packet of cigarettes. He's arrested, charged, and prosecuted. We go on to the Grosley Highway. Alan Shastney gives a contract for $15 million without the blessing of the chief engineer. When the chief engineer is the owner of every road in St. Lucia? Explain these things to me.
I can.
I have no more to say. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, we are getting some feedback that some people are having the TV issue resolved, and another person has just told us the TV is still frozen. Someone from Vieux-Fort told us that, so I don't really know if it is incompatible. It may not be a problem with MBC at all. Sometimes it may be with the transmission service and so on. I have seen flow people out, especially like I told you, I was going down south in the night of the heavy rain and so on, and I did see some vehicles out seem to be working on lines. Don't know if it has anything to it. Another person says TV freeze, so we're having some issues there. And in both cases, one person an agriculturist, another person is telling me that they're from Vieux-Fort. So it's
could be the area.
Probably something like that.
Yeah.
We have another call on the line. You're on the air, okay? Hi, you're on the air.
Yes. Good afternoon to you, my dear brethren.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
Yes. My phone by from my phone by from Aika. Blessed love. Mr. Ferdinand.
Yes, my brother.
I posted something this morning on the chat where I was saying that I'm seeing faces up here and I do not know them faces, never heard of them, never see anything. And I asked for a bio on this gentleman who is going up for the Labour Party. And I must congratulate you for giving me that bio. And I'm telling you, But I'm just watching that profile. I am not seeing just a gentleman. I'm seeing an educational profile. And based on what you wrote on this gentleman, I think we are all, whether we knew him or not, but I realize that he has been informed by virtue of being a unionist. I think that is all. That's where it started with George Charles. And I want to thank you for keeping it up to keep us abreast with the people like this gentleman, Danny. Hey, my boy. I don't know this gentleman. And from what I saw from him, I never see he flash his eye on any paper or flip any paper in order to address the young people. And these are the caliber of persons that the Labour Party has. And regardless of what UWP, hey, I didn't even mention that name. Because when I heard these guys at the it's only Richard Frederick, Richard everything, no issue. But I'm not surprised because when Alan Shastney, the leader of the party, was asked, what is your philosophy? You know his answer?
Yes, none.
I don't have a philosophy. I don't have a philosophy. How could you not have a philosophy and run a party?
Yeah.
But let me say, the other thing is that I wish to congratulate our young son on the king. I regret I didn't go. I resumed myself for the other match.
Make sure you're
but
there on
that was
Thursday.
The match I was supposed to go, my brother. But I telling you,
yeah.
Is he the same guy who effectively run out in the last match before last night? I think there was an effective run out. And I believe he's the one. And I'm happy about it. And as a result of our government, a lot of things happening. And I'm saying that the other thing that just happened off the back, nobody will say it. Philip JP has put money for anybody, whatever age that you have and you have a talent that have never been discovered. Right now is the time to discover it. Brethren, all the best for you and our PJ. Let me say PJ and Aisha. Good day to you, my brothers.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. 487-9849, the line on which you can WhatsApp call us, and 4533911. We have someone waiting. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Shelton. Good afternoon, Terry. How are you doing? Good afternoon.
We're good. We're good.
Hi. Good afternoon. How are you doing today?
Yes, I'm doing well. Shelton, I saw a clip of Marcella Johnson, candidate for Grosley for the United Workers' Party, crying for women and indicating that although the government has zero-rated over 70 food items, they failed to remove the VAT on sanitary products. And Shelton, I'm wondering whether Marcella Johnson resides in St. Lucia or whether she's clueless in China.
It looks like she's very much out of touch, you know?
Or altogether out of touch. And she keeps repeating that. So, Shelton, I want to refer Marcella Johnson to the laws that are passed. And in 2023, 31st July 2023, statutory instrument number 92 of 2023, the VAT on sanitary products, it's listed as sanitary towels, pads and tampons, napkins and similar articles of any materials was zero rated for a period of 2 years commencing the 2nd day of August 2023 and ending on the 1st day of August 2025. That was the same SI that removed the VAT on lumber, cement, and other building materials. In addition to that, Statutory Instrument number 95 of 2023 removed the health and security levy on many other items, including, again, sanitary towels, pads and tampons, napkins and napkin liners for babies, and similar articles of any material. So I cannot understand how a woman would be the one presenting such an untruth, such disinformation, because this is not, I don't think Marcella Johnson is just clueless. I think she is blatantly telling an untruth to the St. Lucian public. And, you know, to believe that St. Lucians are so gullible into believing, you know, maybe they're presenting her as a face of innocence and a face of integrity. But she's proven herself not to be credible. So I think she needs to get back on track, familiarize herself with what's happening in our country, maybe find some other branch to hop on behalf of women, because every branch that she's tried has broken. So this one is not one I think she should even hop on. This is clear. What the government did last week was to go again to Parliament and remove the end date. So where the end date for the zero rating of sanitary products was August 1st, 2025, it has now been removed. So forever and ever, and perhaps until her leader ever comes back, God forbid, as our Prime Minister, the people, the women of St. Lucia will be enjoying sanitary products without VAT. Okay, Shelton and Terry, have a good one. Okay. And congratulations to our Kings team. I know Terry in particular was in his glory last night. So let's see what we can do tomorrow and Sunday.
All the best to you.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. 4879849, the line where you can WhatsApp, call us, and 4533911. Don't forget you can also send text messages to us that we will receive in real time in our on-air messaging board, and we can read them live right there and then. We have another caller. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Gentlemen, good afternoon.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm there. Congratulations to the two latest candidates selected for the St. Lucia Labour Party. Terry,
Okay.
we gotta talk.
Terry and myself,
But-
right?
Yeah, well, yeah. Terry knows my thoughts on this, but you know, the Labour
okay.
Party is who we support, and we trust the judgment of the leadership of the party.
Yes.
Now, that the leadership and whose judgment I don't trust at this very moment, I suspect, is our health administrators. Sheldon, I've been at the polyclinic with my daughter for the last 3 hours. People who've been there before us are there. I'm talking about elderly people, and you could tell you're not looking well.
All right.
There's only one doctor here. A polyclinic that serves, they're essentially enough, right? You have one doctor there, and the nurses saying the doctor is dealing with 2 emergencies. And there are people where we could tell who are really, really, really sick. I think this needs to be fixed. Whoever is responsible for the staffing at the polyclinic in particular, you can't have people waiting there for hours and hours from early morning. I mean, the triage process is a small one, but then there are so many things that could happen in between that time to have one doctor there. That's not fair to the people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that the authorities can take note and they address this, please.
Okay.
That's it. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Kote Cornelia Jodia. Kote Maze Cornelia
It's
Jodia.
some fluke about problem.
Yeah, okay. All right.
So
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. That must be her, you know. That must be her. Kote Maze Cornelia Jodia. Real issues. You're on the air. Go ahead. Yeah, real issues. You're on the air. Go ahead. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello?
you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon.
You didn't hear me saying Kodema Ze Cornelia Jodia?
Good afternoon.
You said that?
I actually said it twice.
Oh my God, I'm important.
Let
me tell you, I'm not telling anybody good afternoon, so I don't have to start no road this afternoon.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Good afternoon, Terry. How are you, Coco?
I'm good. Good afternoon.
Shelton, you can, I'll send you a tweet.
Any address to me is declined. Any address to me is hereby declined. Palo, this one put there, kidemo bat me zero.
Okay, na palo man. Metan maja card dia by like maja card man the question. Eske Marcela ka weste set lisio be eske Marcela Rio. Evle di mwen maja ka mada question ko han. Première question si pose made c'est est-ce que il sa même lié oui. Si peut-être il ça lié oui. Il était qu'à ça qui ça qui fait dès l'année qui passe. Mais dès l'année qui passe, pas de nous. Parce qu'il était qu'à rester en la tête. Petit piton, peut-être en la tête mon Jimmy, et qui pas te qu'à garder en bas. Mais après ça, il faut tout de suite descendre à bout là. Et qui réalise que tout le monde peut se dire, ouais, à top là. So il can garder pour nous. Then it's too late. But I want to say finally, if you compare, did I say compare? If you put the resumes of the members of parliament and the new candidates of the St. Lucia Labour Party next to the resume, if you can find, of those candidates of the United Records of People, you will see, you will recognize it is incomparable. You cannot mix it. That's like Moses parting the Red Sea. Others, let me tell you, there are no words to describe this. So let us ensure that we as Labour Party supporters, whether you come from Flabo, you real about your community and your country, and you recognize the substance of governance is on that side, the St. Lucia Labour Party, let us rally with our leader, because there is no more strategic man than Mr. Philip Joseph Pierre. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you very much. And you know something, Terry? As we have just about a minute to wrap up, the St. Lucia Labour Party is not afraid to take the decisions of moving things and people and resources around. In 2 of the 4 constituencies where there were hopefuls, there were people bidding to become the candidates, 2 of them involved sitting MPs of the Labour Party. And on both occasions, the Labour Party took a decision that it was more in the interest, not just of the party, but of the constituency, of the country, because they hold ministerial office, to replace them with other candidates. Honorable Joachim Henry, gentleman, Castries Southeast, replaced by Senator Lisa Jawai. Now we have Honorable Dr. Virginia Albert, a minister, we might say one of senior level in the cabinet, replaced, for the next general election. Of course, they continue to be ministers right until the end of the parliamentary term, replaced now by John Paul Estefan. In the case of Vieux South, we know there were 4 contenders to replace Dr. Kenny Anthony, who indicated he's no longer going up. 1 emerged, and despite the attempt at propaganda, all the others have virtually shown their willingness, their desire to close ranks and to work for the re-election of a Labour Party MP for the constituency. The very same thing obtained, it was almost, unanimous, we can say, in Miku South, and Alan Chasney's days are numbered. They're numbered. Yeah. But go ahead, Terry.
Let's me say to Roland.
Okay, you can't go now. Japan says that the lotto is cutting in right now.
Tomorrow.
So thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Double Daily Grand 46714. Big 4 7589. The Big 4 multi-X well drawn is 2x. Pick 235. The pick to multi-X ball drawn is FP. 1 off 567. Lucky 3 958. The lucky 3 multi-X ball drawn is 2X.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff.